Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my Big Happy Planner for the week of April 28th through May 4th. I have a Disney sticker book here. This is the Big Mickey and Friends sticker book because this is the week that I will be in Disney. So the way that I set up my planner when I'm going on vacation is a little bit different than the way that I set it up when I'm not on vacation. It's not hugely different, but we're gonna go through some of those differences now. So I really wanted to use the pink, the mini stickers here, because I just thought that they were so pretty. And once I looked through this book and used it recently, I was like, oh yes, this is definitely the vibe I wanna go with. But I don't know is if we have we have these, the sticker book is falling apart. We have these big minis, but I don't know if we have anything. Sorry, let me back up. I wanted to find big minis like this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So I want to use this pen to cover up a little bit here. I'm actually thinking, thinking about hexagons. I feel like it's almost not likely that I have the amount of hexagon stickers I would need for this, but I have an idea. So typically I look for the Mojo Jojo Shapes sticker books for pink, and there's only a couple of each color, but I just remembered Hexagon Boxes by Kelly Plan, which when you're watching this, it recently released. When I'm filming this, it actually hasn't released yet, which is probably why I forgot about it. So I think that I want to do some sort of hexagon setup here. Now we're going to need to go back and forth between the black and the pink. I feel like this is one of those books that I may grab a backup of. Now the pink isn't a perfect match, a little bit different pinks here, but it's not bothering me. So I want to take off a couple of these so that I can minimize the amount of times I have to flip back and forth between the pages. Something to like hold this down. There we go. And let's put this over here. The lines underneath, I'm not, over here obviously I need to fix this, but I'm not too worried about them because I'm going to be writing in them anyway. So sometimes I really care about covering them up, other times I don't. Actually, I don't want to go this far with this one because as I'm looking at it, I'm like, am I really going to have 3 things to write down there? Probably not. So instead, we're going to continue this here. We will punch it. And then if I shift this, get these lined up nicely. This one would be here. We'll get another pink going. Then let's do another black over here. Gotta make more room on the pages. And then we need more pinks. I knew I didn't pull out enough. Oh, you know what? This color may have actually been a better color for this. It really is, right? It's a better color. Okay, time to replace. So I've got just a little bit of undo left. It should be enough to just replace these. Or lift these, I guess. And then we need to do it here too. Sorry, a little bit off my game this morning. Okay. Now that I did that, we can use the edge of this to pull these up. Be a little bit more careful around the punch. Oof, like splatters sometimes, but I wanted to make sure to get these all off before they dried. All right, let's try that again. Got one down there. There was one up here, right? Was it here? I think it was here. We had one here. Then shifting over, we have here and go down. Now I did go a little bit different with the shapes on that side. So like I sort of changed up the order, but I'm like, wait, how would this work? If I put this here, because then we'd have those two blocks next to each other. Or I could put the pink there and then we'd have these two blocks next to each other. How didn't it happen over here? Black, pink, black, pink, black, pink, black, pink. And then above the black, I did a pink. Oh, I did it here. That's what the difference is. Okay, I'm like, something isn't quite right here. There we go. And then I think we'll do another black in here and maybe one more in here. Okay. It's a lot of hexagons, but I like them. All right, let's move this to the side now and kind of talk about how we're going to fill in the rest of this. So I'll be on vacation through Saturday. I get home Saturday night. So what I like to do is I'm going to put these lines down as journaling spaces, because this way I can write a memorable moment from each day. I'll write here like what park we went to. That's good. And then over here, so the way that we're doing this trip is that we're alternating between park days and lounge days. So we're not staying at a hotel. We have a house that we rented. And so Monday is going to be a park day. Tuesday will be a lounge day, and so on. So it'll be like every other, which I think is a good way to do it, because I think it could probably be really tiring to do park days every day. And this will be like a little bit of, you know, lounging as well, which is nice. So there we go. Put that down. Okay. Now let's fill in some of the spaces before we continue with the lines. So back to my sticker book. We could do something like this, XOXO. Be cute. I could also come back in and fill in other like words here. Also, this part is going to bug me. So actually, maybe we'll put something there to prevent that line from being visible. But let's come back all the way through the pinks. I really love these, but I feel like I've used them already this month, and I wanted to play around with the pinks since I don't really do this a lot. Okay, I'm looking specifically for this space. So we have some of these minis. I was looking for them a little bit bigger. I didn't necessarily want them in the foil, but I guess it's okay. This is probably too big though, because if I look down, yeah, that's too big. So maybe we do go back to the smaller pinks. Like one there, and then maybe even, I kind of like this popping out of the hexagon. I feel like it may be better right there. That's cute. I just don't like that this is off-centered. So maybe this one. I don't know if we really need two, but why not? That's fine. Okay, now I think that was maybe it for the minis. There's not a ton of mini stickers in here on their own. So over here, let's do something a little bit bigger. We did the world needs your magic. I think over here we're gonna do this one. Nice big box here. And then shifting over to Thursday. So where do I want to do the next lines? I don't really want to do them down here. So we're going to put them up here. And this is, of course, the same checklist stencil that I use when I'm actually doing to-dos. It's just that we're going to use them for lines instead. I do have a stencil that goes all the way to the end, with this being a big happy planner, but I like the space. Like, I like having space on each side, and I don't necessarily want to go, you know, column to column here. And then once I come back, I think I'm going to do a video filling it in and talking about the trip. I'm just undecided if it's going to be that kind of video or I'm going to be doing memory keeping instead. So these are cute, but again, they have the foil. Let's see. Park, pool, park, pool. We can do maybe this with, I don't know, I kind of like Dream Bigger today, even though it has the foil. Have I used foil yet? I haven't, but that's okay. And then we can do something in here. So, where are my pink minis? Here they are. Those now feel too small. These feel like the right size, but it's also like the big, all the minis that I just put there. So maybe we do something like All I See Is Magic. That could be cute there. All I See Is Magic. Now over here, we could pop one of these in because this will be a park day, but it's gonna hit that hexagon. So we're gonna trim it, hopefully trim it properly. Folding it usually helps. Nope, I have to get the right angle. Okay, that looks good. I like it. And then I was thinking of maybe bringing in Never Stop Dreaming, like over here, so that there's not just a big gap of space. Okay, back to checklists. So we'll do a checklist over here for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday's checklist, we will be home. I'm just going to go to there because that's not really going to be enough room to write anyway. So Sunday is going to be a lot of actual to-dos. Laundry, unpack, reset for the week, all of that. I really like getting home from a trip on a Saturday because then I have this one like gap day before going back to work. So we haven't used this yet. Love Yourself from Bow to Toe. This is cute. This here. It's good timing because if you're hearing a little bit of background noise right now, the landscapers just arrived. So, which is weird because today is not Thursday. They usually come on Thursdays. Today's not Thursday, so I was not counting on it this morning and not counting on there being a background noise in my video. Okay, and then we can do this. A very simple spread because it's actually not that different from my regular spreads. Really, the difference is that I didn't do a heading box. Other than that, I feel like there aren't that many differences, but this is going to be really good to do some memory keeping of the trip. There are days where we have this space here, but I think I'm just going to fill those in with other little extras. So I think that's a wrap. Pretty quick, simple video. I will link this sticker book in the description if it's available. I'm not entirely sure if it's available, but definitely also hexagon boxes, which is a winner in my book. So that's a wrap. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for all of the Disney shenanigans that I'll be sharing throughout the week, and then we'll be back. Well, there will be videos all week while I'm gone. I have been working throughout April to make sure that that happens. So you may not see much more Disney focused on my YouTube channel besides like filling this in or memory keeping. Other than that, we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you next time.